Hi everybody, welcome to the Kalaga Tribe hashtag channel.
Update. We just want to talk about our Hawaiian experience thus far, what we think about the island in the first place, and then we want to answer some questions that people are having in regards to our last video of us leaving closer to Eden Farm and moving on. So here we go. First, what do we think about Hawaii?
Hawaii.
The Big
Well,
Island.
our first experience is just on the Big Island, and it's it's not what we expected really. It's um it's a lot more laid back, not as beachy and resorty as you would think at all. So um, yeah, we've traveled all around pretty much all parts of the island. It's really big, but it's small enough where you can go anywhere in a half day and do a trip. So, I mean, it's kind of like Santa Cruz, but like more mellow all the time. Kind of that's what I'm kind of feeling right now.
I actually never really cared to come to Hawaii because all I heard about is just it's like super touristy and but my vision of it was just like beaches, endless beaches.
Sorry, I think a fire ant's still on me.
Fire ants are really bad. But upon getting here, yeah, it's not at all what I like pictured and seen in movies and pictures and stuff. It has 13 different climates, and I'm sure most people know that, but I didn't. Yeah, it's just not like most of the beaches are rocky, and that's kind of cool in itself. But when you're not expecting it, it's like, oh man, like give me the nice sand. Where's the sandbar? Um, but I love that it's like the jungle. I actually really like the humidity in the jungle. And the reason I really like it, particularly in Hawaii, is because there's no crazy animals, no crazy spiders, like no crazy bugs. You just go out, and the only thing you have to worry about is wild pigs, which are not that big of a deal because they're scared of people because people hunt them. So
But back to the
um,
climate. How was our climate where we lived?
it was it was really wet and rainy,
Like how wet?
like straight jungle downpour, like as rainy as you can picture it getting, but like for 10 days straight without relenting. So
I don't think it went 10. It was like
one
close
of
to a week
yeah, around
at
there
one point.
somewhere. But it was intense. That was intense, and we lived in a little 700 square foot yurt and didn't really have any space outside of that. So that was intense. So yeah, that's I think kind of
Mm-hmm.
like the gist of what we think. It's starting to grow on me. I'm starting to like it. I didn't at first, especially because like of the wetness and just everything. There's just so much going on and just our situation I think didn't help liking the environment. But as we're getting to explore the island, and as we're getting to even meet people, we're starting. It's starting to grow on us, and
Mm-hmm.
we're starting to like it. So which brings us to our next topic of discussion. We're just going to answer some questions. People are wanting to know why we left, what happened, and just so you know, we're not going to be getting into the details of anything. Just to protect our friends and just stay away from gossip and things like that. We just have a really special place in our hearts for them, and we love them. And as to what happened, you can start talking about it.
Okay.
Fly.
Try to summarize it
Yeah.
best I can. The family, they have small kids too, and just us coming here, it wasn't what they expected. They had a vision of a like church community and like fellowship and homestead living, and I think once they had a family come live with them, there's a lot of things that weren't worked out like they were getting worked out in real time, and we just had some different personal convictions and family values that were just not what they were expecting and wanted to have for part of their their whole plan of their future there with Closer to Eden. So that being enough not for it to work out for us, and
For
wanting
them.
for them and for us, I mean, wanting us to move on.
So
So
basically, they asked us to leave.
so our initial plan was to at least try to make it there 3 months to see how we even like it, but just before that, I think we made it
2 weeks. We made it, or no, sorry, months.
Yeah, we made it about
not
2
even
months.
2 months. Yeah, but I
But
think that it's just there's just a lot of stuff, but what it comes down to, we just didn't fit what their vision was, and I think that maybe the miscommunication of what we're there for got miscommunicated. Is that?
yeah,
Because we just really wanted to come and help. We wanted to come and just get them up off of their feet, like get them stable and going. And we just didn't realize that there's a lot of things that entailed with that, and
it was deeper.
Yeah, it was a little bit deeper than that. And so they just, they had a vision of the way they wanted things to go, and we just didn't fit that mold. And that's kind of like the general gist of what happened, honestly. And yeah, we parted ways. I feel like on our side, at least, on good terms. Again, like we have nothing but love in our hearts for them, and we wish them well, and we hope that they prosper and find what it is they're looking for. And just that's about it.
Yeah. And that brings us to a new town, a new chapter. So we're staying in an Airbnb in the town of Pahoa. We're renting the whole Airbnb out for a whole month.
Yeah.
So give us some time to think about what we're gonna do. We found a really nice church family that we're gonna connect with, and they've already been helpful, and a lot of the people there, they just want to help us, and they do some things that we would like to do too, and they've been there already, so they've kind of paved the way, especially if we want to make living here work. So
we still feel like the Lord has us stay here on this island for whatever reason. We're just, taking this time to really hear His voice and hear the next direction. Again, like David said, we met some really kind people that have just really loved on us and our kids, and it was just so needed for us.
yeah.
So there was hope, there was life, and we are actually excited for our next chapter. Going into it not knowing what it's going to be, but having full confidence and hope that the Lord will come through, because He says He'll never leave us or forsake us, and we are holding tight to that promise. And it was, to like make it real, it was really stressful the last couple of months, just really a lot of crazy intense stress that we couldn't even like post our videos or like think outside of what was going on. And so after this video, you'll probably see us post a lot more adventures that we've had that we didn't post, and we'll probably show you like a couple of before and after pictures of the little things that we did do while we were at Closer to Eden. I think overall we expected to work on like the property and help Him physically, but I feel like the Lord just really did a huge work in our hearts on so many different levels, and so maybe that's what we needed and to prepare us for where we're going. So yeah. Is that good?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
As I see it is a remarkable place, a beautiful house in a forest of stars in outer space. From a bird's eye view, I can see it has a well-rounded personality. From a bird's eye view, I can see we are family. It's not hard for me to love you, hard for me to love you. No, it's not a difficult thing. It's not hard for me to love you, hard for me to love you, because you are the world to me.